Seattle's contribution to popular music is undisputed. You know the names, from Hendrix to Hart, Pearl Jam, Macklemore, and many, many more in between. In this series, we're going to examine Seattle's music community, in depth with unique performances, with interviews, and much, much more. We're also going to find out what makes Seattle, Seattle, and what makes this city on the shores of the Puget Sound one of the best places on the planet for music. Welcome to Sounds by the Sound.
Let's rock and roll.
Welcome to another episode of Sounds by the Sound. Today, I'm going to learn just as much as you because today's show is about fashion, which fashion is no stranger to Seattle. Fashion is just clearly a stranger to me, so I'm extra excited for today's episode. Back in the early 90s, Seattle unexpectedly became the center of the fashion world as the clothes reflected what was happening here musically. Sure, you can still find flannels in town, but these days, Seattle designers and outlets are at the forefront of everything, high fashion, the sneakerhead culture. We're also going to meet up with a Seattle hip-hop artist named Ryan Caraveo at a store called Do the Extraordinary. Talk about his new music. Ryan's also going to perform for us. We'll also introduce you to a Seattle fashion line called Prairie Underground. They're based out of Georgetown. But first, we're at Pipe & Row, an amazing store here in Seattle's Fremont neighborhood, which, as you can see, is incredible. Everything in here is absolutely gorgeous. When you tell people that you got something from Pipe & Row, they're just like, oh, yeah, I can tell. That's very nice. I did not get this from Pipe & Row. I'm clearly a horrible snob. Mazur is the name of the band we are going to introduce you to right now. They're going to talk. They're going to play some music. Let's get started with that. It Sounds by the Sound.
Hey, we're Mazur, and this song is called Fata Mirage.
Lead singer of the band Mazur, Katie Blackstock, is also a model who's dabbled in design herself. We caught up with her and the rest of Mazur at Pipin' Row in Seattle's Fremont neighborhood. Hello?
Hello.
So this is a fashion episode of our show Sounds by the Sound. What is in line with your fashion sensibility?
I buy a lot of my stuff secondhand, and I like to come to places like this to get really classic pieces, like simple things like this.
Absolutely.
I buy a lot of my jewelry kind of vintage, but I think it's nice to find simple classic pieces.
There's no doubt that for you guys, music is the #1 priority. Like music is up here. Where does fashion kind of come in as far as a level of importance? Is it something that you pay much attention to? Is it something that just comes naturally?
That's just kind of part of it for me. It's kind of, especially all the performance, it's kind of all in one, rolls all together. But I think I feel better and I feel more confident when I feel like I'm expressing myself. Yeah, you want to take a look kind of over here at some of the stuff? And this is secretly why I'm coming over here, is because I saw these sunglasses and I just wanted to wear these for the rest of the time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, this interview just got 10 times more fun.
Oh yeah. Well,
absolutely.
Just way cooler too.
Exactly. The Pacific Northwest is unique in so many different ways. Is there anything that sticks out from a fashion sense here in the Pacific Northwest to you, like a certain look?
Well, practically we have to layer a lot, so that's something I definitely try to incorporate and spice up a little bit. I mean, you don't know what the weather's gonna do, so scarves and hats, and I mean, I have this and just lots of layers.
Wow, that's like a secret party underneath that jacket.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing. So Pipin' Row here in the Fremont neighborhood is an amazing store. It's so great. Are there any other stores that you like in and around town, whether or not it's super high quality, nice stuff like this, or whether or not it's a favorite thrift store that you like to buy things secondhand?
It's definitely all the thrift stores. I really like Prism and Ballard as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Clap. Hi guys. How are
Hello.
you? First of all, thanks for putting on sunglasses. And you guys were not from Seattle, but you had stopped in Seattle a bunch of times on tour and took a liking to it, right?
Well, Katie's from Seattle.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah.
I'm from Tel Aviv, from Israel.
Very nice.
I did my first national tour, and I found the Northwest to be the most awesome place to
I agree with you.
and to live in. And when these guys came here on tour, they thought the same, so we moved here.
Any specific reasons? Was it the fact that there's trees and there's beautiful mountains?
That too. But really, it's the people.
Cool.
You feel that energy and support from music.
I love that. That's great. You have an EP called Dreams.
Yes.
What did you guys want to do with this group of songs?
Well, I think they're all very different. As a whole, it kind of shows our diversity as a band and the different styles of music that we want to play.
What styles are those specifically?
It's very open when we approach a song where it's gonna go.
Yeah.
It can be anything, and we kind of keep it that way. We have pretty much over 100 songs, and we just have to choose the first few to put out there. And can't wait to do the next one. But this one just came out last week, so really excited.
Yeah, it's very, very cool. You did a music video for the song Roar. You released the EP. You can buy it on CD, but there's a track on the CD that you can play on a record player. Where did that idea come from? I've never heard of that before.
Everything is digital today. We want to have a physical release.
Sure.
And, this EP is just too long for a 7-inch, a little too short for 12-inch. So we still want to do something like that. So we found a guy that can cut vinyl on a CD.
It's such a good idea. It's so funny.
Yeah, the first time we put it, like, it's gonna work. We put the needle on it.
That's cool.
You put a CD on the turntable.
So what are the plans for the future? You mentioned that the EP just came out, but it also seems like you guys have a lot of songs and getting ready for a full length. Is that right?
Yeah, definitely touring and more recording, just being together and making that magic.
It is Mazur and it is Sounds by the Sound. Welcome back to Sounds by the Sound. Right now we're going to head to a store called Do the Extraordinary and introduce you to a Seattle hip-hop artist named Ryan Caraveo. We'll talk about his new music. He will perform for us as well. Here's Ryan right now. You're watching Sounds by the Sound.
What's going on? I'm Ryan Caraveo, and this song is called Legend. Nobody sticks together. No one believes tradition. People leave and quit, and now I never see persistence. I see the good, the bad, and people who don't see the difference. I do not wish to be like you, so we should keep some distance. Cause see, for instance, love should be just instant. Even infants comprehend it. Tell me why you preach against it. Oh, you too egotistic to even seek assistance. Well, if you can't be consistent, you might as well cease existence. I was raised by a queen, but she worked like a slave. And yeah, she taught me to mean every word that I say. Taught me to treat people right, cause I deserved what I gave. Now I want nothing but perfect in every verse that I lay. My mama did some things for money, yeah. So what if she did? She did what she had to do, so we had a place to live. She put food up on that table, so we had a grace to give. Yeah, them bands will make her dance, cause them bands will feed the kids. And I ain't ashamed of that, not ashamed of that. I repeat myself, I bring it back. I could lie to you and try to hide the truth, but tell me what part of the game is that? No, I came to work, I came to work. I run that game till my ankles hurt. She the reason I stand tall today. Damn right, I give thanks to her. No, I don't know just where I'm gonna be or what I'm gonna be doing in another year or 3. All I know is I'll be far from where I'm at. Gonna live to be a legend. Yeah, I'm down to die for that. I don't know just where I'm gonna be or what I'm gonna be doing in another year or 3. All I know is I'll be far from where I'm at. Gonna live to be a legend. Yeah, I'm down to die for that. Yeah, I see you try to fit in. I see the separation. I've heard about your dreams. I see no preparation. You talk about success like it's just a destination. Wishing every day for something doesn't count as dedication. Dedicated to you basic-headed bougie bitches. Head too high to smell the roses, nails too clean to do the dishes. I hollered, but you acted way too cool to listen. Now I get to taste revenge. I swear that it is too delicious. Cause now I'm elevated. You still get hella faded. Your life is not progressing, but yet you celebrate it. Still live that same life, still getting medicated. Still living day to day like nothing's premeditated. Like you the baddest with your eyes low. Tripping with a child at home. Sitting while you styrofoam. Sipping, coming home estranged men. Why he lie alone and listen, then wake up and go to work and deny his whole existence. Ish, where the dreams at? Yeah, that's where my team's at. And we gonna change the world, yeah, I really mean that. So, until then you can find me in my zone, and that's where I stay, even if it means I die alone. I don't know just where I'm gonna be or what I'm gonna be doing in another year or 3. All I know is I'll be far from where I'm at. Gonna live to be a legend, yeah, I'm down to die for that. I don't know just where I'm gonna be or what I'm gonna be doing in another year or 3. All I know is I'll be far from where I'm at. Gonna live to be a legend. Yeah, I'm down to die for that. Let's go. Yeah.
We are in downtown Seattle at a great store called Do the Extraordinary with a great Seattle hip-hop artist, Ryan Caraveo.
What's up, man?
Caraveo?
Caraveo.
That's what I said, I think.
That's all good. You can leave it there. Most people don't say it right.
Yeah, exactly. Here's what I do know, Ryan. Your dad was a military guy.
He was.
And you moved all around.
I did.
But you stuck in the Pacific Northwest. You chose to stay here after stopping here.
Yeah.
Why'd you stay in Seattle?
When I was growing up, my mom always lived here, and so when I was, moving from city to city with my dad, I would always come here to visit. I've always loved it, more than anything else. I think mainly for that reason, because I've always had family here, and I just kind of grew up here, essentially.
Aside from the family part, is there anything real special about this area that you love as far as the culture or the surroundings?
Absolutely. Everyone's a super big weirdo here, and I really like that.
Yeah.
You can be comfortable here being your inner weirdo.
Man, fresh and I still rep the Northwest to the death, yes I will. I do not stress, I invest and I build. Move with aggression, but question was real.
When'd you start making music?
I started recording music when I was really, really young, like 2nd, 3rd grade. Me and my older brother would battle, right? When I was a kid, we had Windows 98.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah. We just plugged the mic into the computer and we battled on sound recorder. And then in 8th grade, I actually started recording my own music, just in the basement with a setup my older brother had, because he would, he kind of got me into it. And then in middle school, I actually started, selling my music and, getting CDs and making a little bit of money.
Any Pacific Northwest musicians that you really kind of gravitated towards, or just you were a fan of that helped your music out?
Growing up, I was very, very inspired by Blues Scholars, Common Market, Boom Bap Project, Grey School, Greaves, just this whole Northwest collective.
You made a big announcement this spring to be at Sasquatch.
Yes.
Which is one of, if not the premier Northwest music festival. How excited are you to play Sasquatch?
Man, I'm very, very excited. As soon as it happened, I called every single person I knew, any people, you know, everyone who's ever known I've made music, you know, from 5 years ago. Hey, guess what I'm doing?
Sure.
You know, it's cool to be able to get to, you know, flex a little bit and, you know, brag about that.
How about the record? Can you tell us about the record?
The album that I'm working on now is some of the best music I've ever made.
Awesome.
You know, both sonically and creatively.
How are you growing as an artist?
I think that one of the biggest challenges as an artist is when something works for you, not try to replicate it just because it works.
Yeah.
And when something is working really well, you still have to challenge yourself as an artist and do something wildly different that may not work for you because it's a challenge for you. And so I'd say that's one of the biggest things right now.
Again, thanks for being here.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations on all the music.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
You're watching Sounds by the Sound. It Sounds by the Sound. We are on the Sneaker Wars Unity Tour. Let's go take a look at some fancy shoes.
That Yeezy Pirate Black, worth every penny. It's worth about 600 to 800. Chris Paul PE. This one was inspired by Kendrick Lamar's album, To Pimp a Butterfly. Freddy Krueger Air Force One. This is a ZB custom as well. Nightmare on Elm Street. This is a Sneaker Villain custom right here. And then the signature of Sneaker Villain is right there. We did this for Schoolboy Q. The album cover of Schoolboy Q on the back. One of his logos. Super dope.
My name is Shantae Kennedy, and we are here at the Sneaker Wars Unity Expo. This is the first of 10 cities that we're trying to do around the 50 states. And what we're trying to do ultimately is to get 100,000 pair of shoes donated worldwide. We teamed up with the charity Souls for Souls, and this is what it's all about donating back. We take new shoes, we take old shoes.
Awesome.
This all goes, like I said, to the charity Souls for Souls. And we also teamed up with the website UBid, which has a sponsorship division more towards donations, UBid Give. And so on UBid Give, we're having an online auction. We have autographed shoes from Earl Thomas. We have a pair of autographed shoes from Michael Jordan, and just all different athletes and entertainers around the world who are donating worn shoes or game-worn shoes and jerseys, and we'll auction those off on the website.
Thanks for taking the time to talk with us. Absolutely. I'm gonna go shoe shopping. I don't know about you. Yeah.
I got something for you.
Like, this is fun and all, but I really want to check out some shoes. Sounds by the Sound. There are shoes that cost more at that place than I pay for rent every day. That place was incredible. Thanks for letting us hang out. Right now we're gonna head to Seattle's Georgetown neighborhood to introduce you to a Seattle clothing line called Prairie Underground. Like so many things in Seattle, it's not just one thing. It's not just a clothing line. It's a clothing line that fully collaborates with the Seattle arts community, the Seattle activist community. It's a super interesting place. They are super great people. Here's Prairie Underground. Can you talk about maybe what the goal is here, or what is it really that you guys do?
The clothing is first and foremost is what Prairie Underground is about. The way we approach being in business is really more like the way a studio artist approaches a career, sort of like creating things in small batches, a really artisanal approach, doing things small. Those are all things that we represent.
Part of the reason we chose Seattle to start the business was because there's a history here of manufacturing with North Face and REI and a lot of other outerwear companies. So the infrastructure already existed, which was really amazing.
Yeah,
there are not that many cities in the US anymore that have that. But also we've had a lot of support from the community. It's a supportive environment.
Cool. This is an amazing space. This is huge. It looks like it's fully functional.
We do have a tremendous luxury of space here and feel a responsibility and a privilege to be able to share that with the community.
Can we walk around a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd love to see more for sure. So where are we right now, and what happens in this room right there?
This is our pattern library,
Okay.
and this is our history of all of our patterns since day one.
Which way should we go?
We can go upstairs.
Yeah, let's go up.
That's our sample set. So that's the set that goes out to the showroom and all over the country to different boutiques to buy the collection.
One more thing before we wrap up. Something caught my eye, and this just looked like art displays here.
It is. This is sort of the landing spot for Prairie. We kind of went sort of, in terms of product development back to our entryway and sort of conceive of this space as a gallery space, a rotating gallery space, as well as a little bit of a showroom. But primarily what this space is focused on right now is an exhibit, the third in our ongoing artist series, to promote local artists and Pacific Northwest-based artists.
It's just been an amazing experience. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely, for sure. Thanks for watching this episode of Sounds by the Sound. A special thank you to Prairie Underground for having us by their spot in Georgetown. Thanks to Ryan Carabeo for hanging out and performing. Here's another performance from Mazur at Pipe and Row in Seattle's Fremont neighborhoods. Again, that's where we are right now. It's beautiful in here. Sounds by the Sound.
Hey, we're Mazur and the song is called Creek Wedding.